Yeah, Steel Brainrot is leaking everywhere. We have never had so many leaks before an update in the history of leakage, and I'm gonna go over all the leaks, everything I know. There's so much to cover. This will be changing the game forever. Yeah, Fusion's update, along with new Brainrots. While I also talk to you guys, I will guarantee getting a secret in this video. You'll just have to wait and find out. Let's start with the most leakiest leak, as we have 4x luck on. Bang! This was the first thing. We have so many leakages here. This picture right here confirms 2 new Brainrots. We have a new highest earning Brainrot, the Dragon Cannelloni. What's it called? Dragon Cannelloni. Oh my gosh, I just got Los Trolleritos in under a minute. Bro, 45 seconds. Yeah, like and subscribe, please. Oh my gosh. Sorry, I had to be cringe there and ask. Oh my gosh. Los Trolleritos just spawns out of the cheeks of this little portal right here in a minute. Anyways, that's crazy. Dragon Cannelloni, $100 million a second, twice as good as the Grandmama Dung Dung. I'm never gonna get that, so that's cool. But the big butt of this is the Los Combinaciones, which is like the La Grande Combinacion, but smaller ones. A fusion. It is fusible. Fusible, I say. We'll get into fusions later, but that is going to be a huge new thing. It generates 10 million a second. Actually, just kidding. Sammy, the owner, put a new photo after this one showing that the Los Combinaciones produce 12.5 million a second through fusion, but that could still change. So, fusion machine overview here. The machine will be local to each player, which I'm assuming that means either each base has one or there's one fusion machine on the map. Actually, there is one fusion machine on the map and each player interacts with it separately. No crossovers at all. They'll be able to pick up Brainrots from their base and bring them to the machine. Now, is that going to be risky in the game? Are you going to be, if you can't afford a private server, if you don't have Robux, let's say, like, would you just be picking yours up? Can someone like mess with you while you're trying to fuse? How would that work? I don't know. I'm glad I'm not the developer that has to figure that out. The one thing I don't like is that it'll take well, it says up to 4 Brainrots in the fuse machine. We'll get into more fuse stats later, promise. 12 possible Brainrots with different rarities that will be able to receive from the machine. Massive Brainrot update in general in terms of the Brainrots that there are. Also, there's a concert event. Bro said no one knows what the concert event is yet. It'll be one song, by the way, and then yeah. He then said, good night, everyone. Here's a leak for one last time for real, which now this is the big thing. You can now maneuver. You can switch up the order of things in your base. So if you want to put something in your best Brainrot on the 3rd floor, that's going to be a smart thing to do. If you want to line it up and look aesthetic and put all the same ones in a line, that's what you're going to do now. So that's huge, which means you can also do events with your own Brainrots. And then here we have the fusion machine. I don't know what the timer's for. That might just be a placeholder because other machine. Actually, I do know what the timer's for. I'll get to that later. Never mind. Here's the big Fuse Brainrots UI. Here we go. There's a lot to unpack here, and I think it's more than what it looks like at first. So we have select up to 4 Brainrots to fuse, and it's showing 4 Nubini Pizzaninis. Now, this is where it gets a little weird. In this specific image, it's showing 4 of them, and it says the possible fusions, 50% chance you're not even going to get a higher rarity, 40% chance you're going to get just a rare, 1 rarity above, 10% chance you'll get a 2 rarity boost to epic. Now, are these the best odds? Because in this example, he's using 4 of them. I would think that the less you choose to fuse, probably a minimum of 2 Brainrots, I would think the less you choose to fuse, the worse % chance to get the best rarity from it. I mean, because there's no way if it says select up to 4 Brainrots, there's no way that means that it says up to 4. There's no way that means you can't just use 2 or 3, and you'll probably get worse odds. But then if you don't have, for example, 4 Brainrot gods and you want to try to use 3, I mean, listen, at the end of the day, there's another form of gambling. Now, there is fusion time, and what bothers me is that on the common, this is fusing commons, and the fusion time is already 15 minutes. I don't know what the $500 is for. That would also cost money, probably. Yeah, that's probably a thing. So I'm assuming each higher rarity will take longer to fuse, but hey, there's gotta be a 1 billion % chance that you can pay Robux to skip Robux. Sorry, it's late. Pay Robux to skip the fusage. If I gotta spend 1,000 Robux to skip a fuse only for it to not give me a better rarity, which is probably gonna happen, I'm gonna scream. The big thing is you should, it looks like, be able to fuse only 2. You might just have poopy rarity chance to increase your rarity, because like I said, with 4 of them, you only get 10% to get the best one. Is that gonna be, now how does it work? What what if you're fusing some that are like a lava, right? If you're fusing lava with non-lava, does that give you a chance to get a lava too? What happens if can you even fuse secrets to get better secrets? Can you fuse my dad to get my uncle? I mean, there's so many questions here that aren't answered, but we don't know yet. But fusions are going to be massive. If you have a gold Cocofonto, I don't care about you. Fusions are going to be massive. So hopefully if you have a decent amount of one of the good ones, like if you have 3 or 4 Brainrot gods of a certain kind, hopefully you can get a secret. Imagine that. And is there going to be a random secret? Because how's that time out? Wait, I'm just thinking of this. What if you have like, all right, let's look at the index, right? Let's say you have some Brainrot gods. Let's say you have 4 Thronostruzo Turbo 3000s, which are cool and all, but they're not that good, right? You're telling me, is there a chance I could turn 4 Thronostruzos to like a Nuclearo Dinosauro? Is that what you're telling me? Because how does that work? Because in this picture, it's just determining it by rarity. It's not saying possible fusions and then a list of Brainrots. So there's no way, I mean, right? There's no way they don't have hidden percentages within the rarities they're showing. So for example, if you have a 10% chance to fuse to a secret, there's no way that they're all like the same percent chance. There's no way you'll have the same chance of getting a Lavaca as you would a Garama Madungdung or whatever the heck the new one is. The Kenaleone one. I don't even know what they're called. So yeah, fusing is going to be crazy. And honestly, I think it depends what the odds are, but you could maybe be able to cheese some fusions if you have a ton of Robux, which I know is rare, but what I might try to do is maybe like steal some low-level Brainrot gods, because if you can steal a lot of lower-level Brainrot gods that maybe people don't really care about defending with their base, like a Cocofonto or whatever, then you could just stack those and then spawn secrets. This could be so overpowered, man. That's what I'm gonna try to do. I'm gonna try to just steal a bunch of Cocofontos that no one cares about, but actually you should care about them because then they'll turn into secrets. It's gonna be massive. And what if one of them is rainbow? Like, are they gonna... there could be a chance if you're using rainbow stuff, it could turn into a rainbow secret. Okay, let's move on. Sammy also said, since everyone's asking for him for the concert, I originally wanted to do someone that we all know, but it fell through. Probably Bemmy, Lil Bemmy. That's my rapper name. I declined him. I'm pretty humble like that. I'm a nonchalant, chill guy. He had to cook up something else, but he hopes we'll still like it. I think he got... I have no clue, actually. Also, he said small leak since I can't sleep. Good job, Bozo. Some people were asking to add save slots for the gears. I need that, and I'll tell you why in a second. Instead, we decided to just make the order in your toolbar autosave. What does that mean? Because my issue is I get these stupid slaps from the wheels over time, and now, for example, this 2 must-have items pop up here. So every time I join a new server, I literally have to do that, and it's so annoying. So please, I just want a way to get rid of these, or I guess whatever we put in our toolbar, it'll autosave into a new server, which that's really helpful. Also, he done leaked the sushi penguin. Is there a name for this? We have a salami penguin. Sushini penguinini, probably. Well, we have about 14 minutes left in this max luck here. This little guy, or guys, was the only one to come out so far that was worth me looking at. But if I could give you guys any advice today in terms of what you should do the day before the update, maybe try to make some steals, get your friends, make some steals for some Brainrot gods, because if fusions are going to be possible to fuse secrets, it'll be tough guessing which ones you need. Obviously, the Legrande is one of them, but those are hard to get because they have we already leaked about the Los Grandes Combinación, whatever they are, the little ones, you know what I mean? It'd be cool if you could fuse any type of rarity to a certain Brainrot. I'm not entirely sure, but I'm super excited for fusions. Not gonna lie, 12, it said, what was that, 12 possibilities? Yeah, list of 12 possible Brainrots with different rarities that players will be able to receive from the machine. So my final question is that I wonder what's gonna happen. This is where I'm stuck. Are you going to need to fuse certain Brainrots to equal another one? Like, am I gonna need 4 Svenina Bombardinos to make a epic bozo face? Or are you just gonna have to put in, is it gonna go by rarities, you know what I mean? So I insert 4 rares. I think that's what it's gonna be, because if you go to the picture that shows the possible fusions, that's based off rarities, and that's how it should be. I shouldn't have to get maybe 4 specific Brainrots to get another one. That seems a little too calculated. I like the idea of, okay, you just get, you know, 4 of a certain rarity. Here's your percent chance to get another rarity. And that'd be good for my low tier Brainrot God Cocofonto strat, where you just get low tier Brainrot gods to maybe fuse a secret. Who knows? This is gonna make, literally, when I turn on luck now, I'm gonna be taking a lot more stuff. Obviously, my alt has all my good stuff right now, but I'm gonna be taking a lot more stuff. And what happens if you fuse stuff that has traits? Will it be traded? Will you lose your traits? There's so many questions, but hopefully that covered a lot for you guys. I like doing these videos. They're easy to make, and it helps helps me also know what's coming because I don't look at Discord that much unless I make a video like this. Anyways, that's the video. Please subscribe. We're so close to 400 million subscribers. Crazy that I can say that, but I can. That's the video. Appreciate you guys watching. One quack and two quacks. Quack, quack.